The fate of Krypton in the absolute universe is finally revealed in Absolute Superman number 5. We get to find out what happened to Krypton, how did Kal-El end up leaving there, well, alone basically, what went down and what was the end result of all of it. So as the issue starts off on Krypton 6 years ago, it's absolute chaos. Because now that everybody knows that the planet is literally going to be destroyed and that the people in charge have been building ships to save themselves, chaos has erupted. But because for some reason people are stupid, the Science League or people who've been building to save themselves send some of their, I guess, police or something to go after the Kents, to go after the elves who have also built a vessel to save themselves and some other people. Right, so they're attacking them. Jonathan is using a sledgehammer like thing to be done, and well, John, I should say, well, John Jor-El is using that. I keep mixing them up, and Lara is using her favorite gun to literally kill more people because she did that before and it was perfectly fine. When she was murdered, when she went to the station to get her husband back and murdered several people for just doing their job. That's perfectly okay. So Kal-El is running and they're trying the troops are trying to chase him, but the planet has other ideas, is literally imploding underneath people's feet. That's what's going on. Krypton is literally burning and they're trying to escape all of this chaos while all of that is going on. Like I say, it's absolute chaos on Krypton because people have found out what's going on and they're literally rioting at everything like that. So the elves end up escaping there and they go back to where their ship is. And Lara is trying to say that, if she makes some adjustments, she could squeeze aboard another personal kind of thing. But Jor-El tells her that, listen, there's nothing else that they could do. They've already put everything in place. This is the best they could do. They could only save this many people. So you get to see a very large, racially diverse group of people here who they're going to save, some children and all kind of thing, who they are trying to save on their ship. That's about the best that they could do. It's heartbreaking for them, but they need to do what they can. Meanwhile, Kal is literally watching the planet implode around itself, literally blowing itself up. Now, back on Earth, after what happened the last issue with that Lazarus soldier who murdered all those innocent people, Superman is pissed and he is going after that company like a man on a mission looking for the soldier who did it. He attacks a peacemaker outpost in Pakistan. There are some tanks and things. They open fire on them. He literally rips them apart, busts through the door, and is there. And they're literally using the heat to burn them and them screaming and all kind of thing. And he is looking for the Lazarus soldier who killed those people, right? He is literally trying the thing is slamming them around, asking, what does he know, where's going on? And they're please don't kill me and all of that nonsense. So he isn't business anymore. He finished there. He's going to look for another one because he needs to find this thing. But the suit Saul is telling him that listen, he's found something. He was on Smith is the name of the soldier who did the killing. I tell him, no, it's Brainiac. He's at a research and development facility in the Nevada desert. The room is filled with miniature alien cities stored in bottles. And he says, I tell him, Kal, there are people inside them, people who won't stop screaming. And Brainiac wants to speak with you. He's offering Smith's whereabouts. We can find him and he just takes off. Because literally, as I said before, it's Brainiac. You understand me? The one who goes around the different planets collecting and just leaving in there. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So it's possible Brainiac may have some part of Krypton with him. It's possible. We don't know. I just say to me, it's possible he could have that, or he cannot. It's what's going on. We get back to Krypton, not literally imploding. And what happened is that Lara and Jor-El built this ship, and it's like basically the ship is also basically also like a giant version of Saul, and it basically attaches itself like a space suit to people. It kind of looks like lava a little bit, but it isn't lava. It's just, you know, attaching itself as a space suit. Meanwhile, they need to leave, and Cal decides to do the absolute dotish thing and go outside there and, holding the dust and thing, and he just needs to say goodbye until the ground literally collapses on him. He almost dies, but Crypto ends up saving him because, man's best friend, as they say. Meanwhile, back in Kandor, it's outright chaos, right? Outright chaos because people are storming what's going on there. Somebody said, they're shouting, go back to your homes by order of the Science League. And then it's like, no, keep them back, kill them if you have to. The ships can't take off if they. And I am like, okay, these soldiers who are protecting these things and keeping these people back, do you all realize that these people from the Science League are going to leave you behind to die too? I mean, that's what's going on. They're going to leave you behind so they could take off. That's what it is. They are literally abandoning you so that they could escape on their own. They have no interest in saving any of you. They basically think that you are beneath them and they're leaving you. But it ain't really making much difference because, like I said, there's chaos. People are storming into places and all kind of thing. You understand me? The ships that they're looking to the border take off, thousands, if not millions of people are storming all over the place to get into there. And when the ships try to take off, Krypton has other ideas and starts to blow up. And every one of these ships from the side that try to take off gets blown to hell. All of them. All of them get blown to hell. Meanwhile, Jor-El and Lara, they're on their ship trying to take off. Kal is there comforting this child who is something. And while they're taking off, a giant green meteorite, or whatever you want to call it, basically a part of Krypton, comes hurtling at them because the planet is blowing up, crashes through the ship, and literally everybody goes flying out. And I will admit, this part I did find really cool. I found this part really cool. The ship breaks up and they all go flying out. But remember Saul, the suit that literally puts on? Well, the suit basically tells them, don't worry, I will take care of everything. And what happens is that the suit itself actually turns in to basically mini ships. That's what it is. Each one of these suits turns into a mini ship. That's the cool part about this. So like it's actually really freaking cool, and it's a really interesting idea. I will give that. Instead of just being a basic space suit, this suit actually turns into a mini ship that they could that protects everyone because all of them have these suits on. So all of them get to it. Hell, even Crypto gets a suit. You understand? The thing about it is it turns into the suits, but that doesn't mean it could save everybody because the planet, like I say, is exploding, and some of the and the literal debris is crashing into these ships and blowing them up. So trying to get out of there, but what's going on? So Kal is in there. Kal is in one. He sees his parents in another one, and Crypto's in another one as well. And they're literally trying to escape while the planet is being blown to hell. Everything is just being destroyed. You understand me? And apparently they say he had 10 billion years of Krypton history and it just gets destroyed. Everything is just being blown straight to hell. And the ships are trying to get away. But but the fact is that, they goes like they basically took too long to leave. So the planet is exploded and and the ships on them are being blown up one by one. Literally being blown up one by one. And the only one that successfully escapes the planet is the one that Kal is in. As the only one that successfully escapes the planet. So he's there crying and he's shouting, "Mom, Dad, can anyone hear me?" Anyone. He's literally the only one who escapes that planet. Well, as far as the consumer escapes the planet after the whole thing got blown to hell. That was it. So that was what happened with Krypton. We now know exactly what went on. What was the whole thing that how the final days of Krypton and the absolute universe played out. It got blown to hell. But like I predicted, once they put the news out there, it was going to be chaos. And that was it. But like I said, I did like the whole thing about the spacesuit each one turning into a ship. That was a really cool idea. I will admit that was really cool. And go back to Earth now. Superman is kind of tired of all of that. He say forget Schmidt and all of that, and he's just he had enough of everything, and he's gotten so angry. He's afraid of what he might have done to this Schmidt. He might have really killed him. So he has decided that he's going home. So and you see here Smallville, Kansas, 10 miles ahead. So yeah, like he really did when he first crashed on Earth, he really did end up in Smallville with the Kents, apparently. That's what happened. So that's the end of it. He with his dust cape is walking there and all of that. So we got to see the final days of Krypton. But the whole thing played off with that day. That was actually pretty interesting. I will give credit where credit is due. It was actually pretty interesting to see what happened in the end. There was something that didn't really make sense. The soldiers trying to stop people, even though they were going to get left behind as well. Understand me? The fact that Kal wouldn't get on the damn ship and decided to stay outside there picking up the dust to try to remember something, get on the ship and survive. But the spacesuits each turning into a ship, that was actually pretty cool. Him being the only one that escaped, pretty much saw that coming. Understand me? Him looking for this Smith guy who killed those people, finding out that Brainiac is on it, all that. A bit more interesting there, but still, regards to it. Overall, I will give issue 5 of Absolute Superman a solid. I think it's actually worth a read. Had they done a little bit more in regards to Superman and this whole search and this whole search for Smith and giving us some more of what's happening with Brainiac, that could have pushed it over the line. But for now, what we got with Krypton and what happened with it, that was interesting enough to push the story along. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.